Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be showing you guys 6 really awesome secret and hidden locations that you can use in Grand Theft Auto Online to hide from bounties, hang out with your friends or crew members, and so much more. Really, the possibilities are endless. So if you've been following me over the last couple months, you know that I've done many hidden hiding spots and secret locations like the FIB building, inside Franklin's house, inside Michael's house, inside Trevor's house, inside Lester's house. I mean, so many different locations. Now, we're not doing wall breaches that's just going to lead you to a dead interior. We're talking about secret interiors here that are typically not accessible in Grand Theft Auto Online. And the ones we've got today are pretty exciting. All right, so let's not waste any more time and let's jump straight into this. The first location that we're going to be getting into today is the Morgue. Now, the Morgue is very cool as it's used in Slasher. It's also used in one of the campaign missions. However, in Grand Theft Auto Online free mode, it's clearly not a thing that you can just casually stroll into. So in order to get this started, you're going to need to load up the adversary mode Slasher 5, which actually does take place inside the Morgue itself. However, you are restricted to a game mode, it's dark, you can't really see all that well, so needless to say, having it in free mode is a whole lot better. So you want to load into that job, and once you've started up the job, your job is as simple as that. You just want to pull up your phone, and then you want to back out of the job. Now, what that is going to allow you to do is render the interior of the Morgue inside of the game. Now, you are going to need help from a friend here, and I was getting help with my good friend Knifeguy, who helped me with a bunch of the locations that you're going to see in this video today. So I certainly recommend that you check out his YouTube channel. He's got one in the description. I'll leave a link to it down there. Check him out. He does some really cool stuff. You want to get yourself a BMX bike and a fire truck. So you want to put the BMX bike on the Morgue wall, and then you want to kick it into the wall so that you can get it as close as possible, and so the camera will actually move into the building itself. Now, I also recommend that you join a CEO with him or the individual you're playing with so that the truck doesn't kill the guy on the BMX bike. And then it's pretty simple. You just get the guy in the fire truck and get him to ram the bike into the building, and if he does everything successfully, he will be inside of the Morgue, or you will be inside of the Morgue. You'll be able to explore this pretty epic multi-story building. And what's cool about this is there's actually a lot of awesome hidden stuff in here, secret details, some really cool Easter eggs and whatnot that you typically wouldn't have the time or lighting to see in the campaign or in the Slasher adversary mode. So it's really cool. You can hang out here with your friends. It's pretty easy to do. Really, the only downside here is if you want to get out, you are going to have to kill yourself, but that really isn't that big of a deal at all. So that's one awesome secret location right there. It is the Morgue. Such an easy way to access and such a cool interior that you can get to as well. Just so many amazing secret features in here that I definitely recommend you check out. The next location is going to be very similar to the method we just used, and it's going to be getting inside of Martin Madrazzo's house. So this one is pretty awesome too, and believe it or not, it's gonna take you to do the exact same thing. You're gonna need a friend, a BMX bike, and a fire truck. So you're only gonna get the BMX bike up to the location that I've got it at right here, and you want to do the exact same thing. You want to kick the bike basically like you're trying to kick it through the door itself. Now, when you get on the bike, your camera angle when you rotate it around should be kind of inside of the house itself. It won't be fully inside the house, but you should be able to see it. And then same thing here. You need to get rammed inside of the house. And if you do it successfully, you should find yourself and the bike inside of Martin Madrazzo's house. Now, the one interesting thing about this is because there's no online mission or cutscene that requires an interior. There is none. It's blank. In fact, one of the most interesting things about this interior is when you go inside, there was like placemats that were floating because there was no table that had been rendered. So you only see the inside of Martin Madrazzo's house in campaign missions. So like I said, that's why there's no interior in online. But regardless, it is still pretty cool. There's like a kitchen. There's a couple locked bedrooms. You can obviously see on the outside. You can't be shot and you can't shoot out either. So it's a completely passive hiding spot where no one can harm you and you really can't do any damage to anyone else. So I think that is actually pretty cool right there. And it is an awesome method in which you can get inside Martin Madrazzo's house, chill out, hang out with your friends, crew members, pretty much do whatever you want. And it's a great bounty hiding spot as well. All right, so the next location I'm going to be showing you guys how to get into is the Slaughterhouse. Now, this is actually used in Slasher 1. It's also used in some campaign missions, so our process is going to be very similar here. We're going to play the Slasher mission that actually gets us inside of the Slaughterhouse itself, allowing the interior to load, and then essentially once we get in the job, we're just going to quit out, and once we quit out, it should have loaded the interior of the Slaughterhouse inside of the game, which once again, you can just explore in the Slasher adversary mode itself, but the lights are out, it's dark. Obviously in the campaign mission, you aren't really free to roam around or do anything like that, so it doesn't make the ideal scenario for exploring a place like this. And then in order to get inside of the Slaughterhouse itself, what you're going to do is climb on top of the building and then stand roughly in this location right here. And then what you're going to want to do is pull up your phone, get a job, and then that should load you inside of the Slaughterhouse and you're going to be able to explore it no problem. And it's really cool. There's like buckets everywhere. There's like cow posters on the wall. It's actually a pretty creepy experience that when you play the Slasher adversary mode, you'll understand, but you're really focused on trying to win the adversary mode itself and not trying to focus on everything going around, the inside of the building itself. So this is a cool place to explore, check some stuff out. It is incredibly cool. This building is so awesome, and it is a really amazing secret location you can access here in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, the next location we're going to be looking at today is the police station. Now, you might have already known how to get inside, but the most popular method has been patched. And if you get inside, it kicks you out in about 5 seconds. Not with this method. With this method, you're going to need to open up the back of the Insurgent using a method I showed you in a video a couple days ago. Basically, you want to get the back door off of the Insurgent, and then you want to knock the door off where you can climb inside. Now, once you've done that, you want to bring the Insurgent to this location right here, kind of parked right next to the police station in Vinewood. Now, once you've done that, you want to hop inside of the Insurgent itself, and then you want to turn towards the building while holding a gun. And if you do it correctly, your body should ragdoll between the Insurgent and the building. And if it's done correctly, you'll actually be pushed through the side of the building and you should be able to see the police station interior. Now, it's only visible in first person, but I would say that that is fine by me. Just being able to get inside here is super cool and not being able to be kicked out. So that is how you can access the inside of the police station right there. It's really awesome. Multiple of your friends can get in at the same time. It's super easy. And this one can actually be done solo, which is really cool. A lot of the other ones we've been looking at requires a friend or two to help you out along the way. But getting inside the police station here couldn't be any easier. Just requires an Insurgent and a little bit of time. Took us about 2 or 3 tries to get in. But once you are, it's a really cool experience. All right, this next one you might have known about too, but it actually recently became unpatched. And that is getting the aircraft carrier in Grand Theft Auto Online free mode. So in order to start this, you're going to want to start up the power play adversary mode with you and a friend. And what you want to do is kill your friend once and then allow him to kill you 5 times in a row. Now, once you do that, you should load back into free mode after the job is complete, and if it's done successfully, the aircraft carrier will be in the game. Now, there's a slight chance that it could not be in the game, and if that is what happens, what you want to do is reload Power Play 1, do the exact same process, but then instead of going to free mode, load up Power Play 4, and then simply quit once you've loaded into the game, and the aircraft carrier should be in your Grand Theft Auto Online lobby. And what's cool is that sometimes it'll spawn with jets and whatnot, which is a pretty awesome experience. The aircraft carrier is really cool in and of itself to just explore around. There's all these different radars and computer systems and satellites. It's a really unique experience that I definitely recommend you checking out. But also, because you're the only one in that lobby that can see it, other people can't, which means they'll just see you floating in the water, which is a really weird and trippy experience. So it's a great hiding spot. It's a great way to troll your friends or your crew members or anything like that. And it's a super unique and overall cool experience that you can use in Grand Theft Auto Online using Power Play to spawn the aircraft carrier into the game. Okay, and the final location we're going to be looking at today couldn't be more simple. I think I saved the easiest one for last. So it is hiding in a hedge. Now, I know that sounds a little bit lackadaisical, but it's actually pretty cool and it's a great hiding spot. So I showed off a very similar spot to this about half a year ago. It was actually located up near the Vinewood sign. And same thing here. You just want to walk into this hedge, and if you do, you should be concealed. Now, I wasn't able to go any farther than this. I'm sure you guys might be able to. I don't know what was happening to my character. Maybe he was stuck or something like that. But when you're inside, no one can see you from the outside. Your limbs, your body parts, your guns, they don't stick out. So you are completely hidden inside this hedge. Now, if someone knows you're there, they can shoot at you and you can shoot out, even though you might not be able to see them. But you are completely hidden inside this hedge, and it's actually pretty cool. And it looks really unique and interesting too in first-person mode on the inside. So be sure to check out that location as well. It literally couldn't be any easier. It's located right on the side of the golf course. So check that out. It's a really easy solo hiding spot that you can use in Grand Theft Auto Online. But anyways, that's all the hidden spots, secret locations, and pretty cool hiding spots that you can use here in Grand Theft Auto Online that, as I'm recording this video, are still 100% working. Now, the reason I wanted to include those locations is they aren't wall breaches with interiors that, don't have anything. They all have a purpose, and they're all really cool. They're just kind of locked away. So hopefully you learned at least 1 or 2 new locations from this video. If you did, I'll definitely consider it a success and would love for you guys to leave a like rating on the video. That would be awesome. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. Without the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.